name is Stephen Schumann, and today I'm going to be breaking down a session that I did recently. This is a little bit more like a lot of the sessions that I get, where the client sent me a track with just piano and vocal, and just basically said, do what sounds good. Just a couple things. You'll notice everything in here is double tracked. I did that because it was so sparse, and it needed something to fill it out. Okay, so a couple things real quick. These tracks are not mixed or produced or anything. This is just my project file. So nothing is mixed. I have just a tiny bit of reverb on the tracks, and I ran everything through Melodyne. Most tracks that I submit to producers, I do run through Melodyne and I tune them. And the reason I do that is because, as you can see, there's lots of voicings here. And so it can be confusing when you're dropping it in as a producer to know what exactly is out of tune here or there. And so since I just recorded it and I know where everything comes from, I just run it through Melodyne and I do some invisible nudges, so you really can't tell that it's happened other than the fact that it just has the more glossy, polished sound to it. Solo this and give it a listen here on this first little part. I love that chord progression. I have bass in here, like orchestral bass type of thing. And then I have 3 cello voices for the mid-range. And so that's kind of like 2 cellos and a viola sort of a thing. And then I have a violin track. Now, I'm not the best violinist in the world, but if it's nothing crazy, I can throw it on there.
I can't breathe.
Really empty verse here.
I'm on my knees again. Can't see the tears, 'cause this storm is pouring down again, and I have nothing left to say, nothing left to say.
The client didn't mention specifically that they wanted a solo cello thing, so the way I kind of figured is I would base it around that, and if they wanted me to change anything, I'd be happy to do it later. But this is what I came up with.
But Jesus,
Cool. So anyway, basically my concept for this is the way I do solos is we can peek down here and see actually. I play through the whole solo a couple of times, or a lot of times, and get a general feel for where the dynamics are. So this one is actually kind of long, and the tempo is slow enough that I knew I really needed to pace myself, and you can just see the way the voices are added. The general concept is to build up here and then just drop it off a cliff and sort of give you that feeling of where everything go. So I start the solo out high up on the G string, which has this sort of lonesome sound. It's a little bit pained almost, and I wanted to start it there, really long, really open, and then eventually you'll see the rhythmic intensity increases. And then the idea is that as the cello part goes up really high, it just fades into the background, and you have these sort of swell, like the lush background parts come up. So yeah, it's really like sort of a little bit of pain in there. Rhythm starts to increase. Now here we've got the big flourish as the other voices come in. Other voices land there. And then we just have a little outro section that's basically the same as everything else here. Augmented rhythmic motif there. Cool. This is an example of a really great project that I enjoyed working on because I was given the freedom to sort of approach it how I wanted. And the client said basically that it moved her to tears, and she felt like she didn't even know that's what the song was looking for, but then it just was there. And sort of that's your goal as a session player, at least that I have found, is you take someone's song and you just move it up to the next level. You only add what it needs. You don't add what it doesn't need. And it's more than just like filling in. It's like you get an opportunity to be a part of sort of recreating the song into something new, and there's a lot of trust there. I'll have a few other videos up that show some more songs that are more involved and more arranging based as opposed to just session based. But yeah,